Hi everybody, it's Deborah from PeopleLovingAnimals.com. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching my video today. My cat Whiskers, you can see him there laying in the top of his cat tree. He's asleep right now, but he's apparently joining us for the video, and maybe you'll be able to get a look at his face during the video if he wakes up. Anyway, thanks so much for watching the video today. I hope that you find it helpful. We're going to be talking today about aggressive cat behavior. Now, luckily, my boy Whiskers is the biggest lover boy on the planet. He's just super lovable. He's not aggressive in any way, but I have had cats in the past that, you know, you kind of had to watch out for. So we're going to talk about this in today's video. Having a cat who behaves aggressively is not only like problematic and annoying, but it can be downright dangerous, not only for you and people and the kids and other pets, but for the cat themselves, you know. In this video, we're going to talk about reasons for cat aggression, warning signs of cat aggression. We're going to talk about cats who are aggressive with other cats and cats who are aggressive towards dogs. We're going to talk about how to stop cat aggression without getting your face ripped off. Again, it's dangerous. You got to be careful. Oh, there's my boy. There's my boy waking up. I'm sorry, honey. Are we disturbing you? I know we're very rude, sweetheart. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into today's video. If you've not been here before, my name is Deborah, and I run a website called PeopleLovingAnimals.com. I do videos all about the care and health and training of dogs and cats. So if you would like that sort of content, please go ahead and subscribe if you're not already. And if you find today's video to be helpful, please go ahead and give it a like. It really does help YouTubers when you do that. I'm going to use this post on my website called Aggressive Cat Behavior to guide us through today's video. I'm not going to read the post. I'm going to simply use it to get us through today's video. I'm going to give you a link to this post in the description box, and I'm going to give you a link to anything that we talk about during the video. Everything that you need will be in the description box. So go ahead and settle in, and I hope that you find this helpful. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about the types of cat aggression, why your cat is being aggressive, aggression towards other cats, aggression towards dogs, cat aggression treatment, how to handle an aggressive cat safely, and a tip regarding violent cat aggression. And I'm also going to give you a recommendation for cat training if you're just basically having, you know, issues with your dog's, or I'm sorry, with your cat's behavior in general, right? Now, if you have never heard of Jackson Galaxy, if you're a cat owner, you need to know about Jackson Galaxy. He is a cat expert that had that TV show on Animal Planet called My Cat from Hell, and he would go into people's homes and help them with the various issues they were having with their cats. He's got a really nice website, and he also has a really nice YouTube channel, and I'm going to be giving you some links to his stuff in the description box. But according to Jackson Galaxy, cat aggression is not uncommon, but it's unusual for the cat's aggressive behavior to be so bad that the owner is seeking help for it. Okay, so if you're in that position, then you know you might be having a bigger problem than is common. But either way, it is treatable. And treating it successfully does take time and effort, but you can treat it and you can help your cat to get over it. And you know what? No matter how scary and mean an aggressive cat seems to be, chances are they're very uncomfortable. You know, we're going to talk about some of the reasons why they could be aggressive. And, you know, don't just chalk it up to, oh, the cat's a jerk or the cat is mean. You know, it's much more likely that the cat is very uncomfortable for some reason. Okay, so just kind of give them the benefit of the doubt if you can until you figure out why they're being aggressive. Some of the types of cat aggression can be fear-based aggression. You know, they can become aggressive because they feel cornered or they feel threatened in some way. This could stem from a negative experience in the past with animals or people or something that's going on right now. The solution to a fear-based aggression is to give the cat the opportunity to retreat or escape. Don't force interaction. Never force a cat into a corner. If a cat is acting aggressively, the thing to do is to back away, not go, you know, don't go toward the cat. Give them some space and let them learn to feel comfortable in their space. If you feel like your cat is fearful or anxious, I do have a video called What is Cat Anxiety? I'll give you a link to that. It's a post and video that I have on my website. You might also check out my post called Cat Stress Relievers, 10 things that stress your cat out. I'll give you the links. It has a video, and you might be surprised by some of the things that will like upset a cat. And so I really highly recommend that you look at those, because you might find your answer right there. Like, geez, I had no idea that, you know, this would upset my cat, right? You might be surprised by some of those. There's my boy Whiskers here in the picture. The next type of cat aggression is territorial aggression. You know, cats will sometimes like try to attack people if they think that they're threatening their stuff. And you know what? Their stuff could be you. You know, some cats are very like territorial. You know, you can kind of think of it as a little kid saying, mine, mine, mine. You know, you're touching their toys, you're touching their litter box, you're touching their food, you're touching their owner, you know, you're touching their bed. You know, some cats can be very territorial. And again, that's not the cat being a jerk. This is a cat who, you know, these things are important to him, and he feels the need, you know, to protect his stuff, you know. So I'm going to say it several times in this video. Don't just assume that your cat is mean or a jerk. Please try to give them some compassion and try to see it from their point of view. Okay, try to see, like, why is the cat feeling the need? Why do they think they have to be aggressive? Okay. The third type of cat aggression is play aggression. You know, sometimes they just get too rough. This is usually more common in kittens, where they're just, you know, attacking, biting, and everything. It's kind of a learning thing too. Like for a little kitten, they're learning how to be ferocious. You know, they're learning how to hunt. You know, all these sorts of things. But they'll be, you know, scratching and biting and all that sort of stuff. And it can just sometimes be too rough. Now, in this picture, you're going to see picture. These are my two cats. This little black one is Miss Abigail. This cat on the right, she lived to be 20 years old, and I don't remember how old she was when I got Abigail, but she was at least 10 years old. Okay, so she had no interest, you know, in this kitten. Like, she was willing to play with her, but Abigail was just attacking her all the time. And I asked the vet, you know, like, what the heck? And the vet said, you know, that the attacking behaviors will stop within the first year. She's a kitten. She's, you know, she's learning how to be ferocious, all the kind of stuff. Now, I was going to say that fortunately the older cat was very patient. She never was mean to Abigail. She never bit her. She never hurt her in any way. But at the same time, I think she might have been better off if she would have kind of mothered that kitten, and maybe kind of disciplined that kitten a little bit, like a mother cat would. Then she might have been able to kind of curtail that attacking behavior and maybe had it, you know, stop sooner. I don't know. But the fact is they did get through it, and they ended up being very loving companions for a long time. And, you know, they ended up having a really nice relationship. But, you know, sometimes it's just like play aggression. You know, they're just too rough. Now, what you can do about that is, if your cat or kitten is just playing too rough, the best thing to do is immediately stop the play if they're doing it. They need an immediate consequence. Like, you're playing with them, they get too rough, stop. You don't need to speak to them, just stop. And then only resume the playing when they're behaving appropriately. And you might just have to rinse and repeat, you know, just keep, you know, repeating this. If they don't play nice, you stop playing. And only when they're playing nice will you engage. And by the way, that's the same way that a mother cat would train a kitten. You know, they only get good stuff if they're behaving well. If they're not behaving well, they don't get good stuff, you know, like attention and, you know, playing and all that kind of stuff. So you kind of have to do it that way. You can click into this post if you want to get to actually read the instructions for this. I'm also going to give you a link for my post called How to Stop a Cat from Biting. That includes a video, and that kind of talks about the same thing if they're like attacking you. The other form is misplaced aggression. This is also known as redirected aggression. This is when the cat is frustrated for some other reason, but they're taking it out on whoever is around. I put a picture of this little French bulldog in this post because in the story, or in the post, I tell this story. I live in an apartment complex, and they have an office, and the office has double glass doors. Well, one of the girls that works in the office has two little white French bulldogs. I think their names are Chuck and Jack. They're the cutest things ever. I love them so much. But one of them is very passive, and one of them is very aggressive. They're like two totally different dogs. But one time I was out walking and I saw them in the window. I'm like, oh my God, they're so cute. And so I approached the window, and I wish I hadn't, because the two of them got so excited. They got like so overly excited that I was approaching, and all of a sudden they broke out into a fight, and I felt so bad. But that is misplaced aggression. Like they're excited about something else. There's something triggering them, and they're just taking it out on whoever's close by. Do you know what I mean? So that might be something that's happening with your cat. So, just kind of think about, if your cat is acting aggressively, maybe just like take a minute and look around, like, what's the trigger here? What's going on? Is something threatening the cat? Is somebody trying to, take something from the cat? Is the cat getting overexcited or irritated or afraid of something? Just kind of look around and see if you can pinpoint, like, what is triggering this, aggressive behavior. I will not approach these two dogs in the window again. I felt so bad. Now, I have seen them at other times. I've been able to pet them and stuff. They're super nice dogs, but I never expected that, and I felt so bad about it. Again, you can go in and read this post if you want to get more details on this. This, by the way, is my beautiful boy Whiskers. Look at how cute he is. Oh, I love him so much. The other type of cat aggression is petting aggression. Sometimes, people are just baffled by that. Like, you're sitting there, you're petting your cat, everything is wonderful, they're purring like you're having a moment, and all of a sudden they chomp into you. They like scratch or chomp into you. And Whiskers will do that from time to time. And luckily, he's never really hurt me or anything. And as he gets older, he has more self-control. And sometimes, you get to know your cat. You're like petting them. And then you can just kind of tell. It's like, okay, he's getting too excited. And, you don't keep petting them. So you kind of have to just get to know your cat, because sometimes the cat just gets overstimulated. And, just during petting, they just get overstimulated and then they attack. Whenever Whiskers does that to me, I just kind of pull my hand away and I say, biting mommy is never the right thing to do. It's very cute. Luckily, he doesn't do any damage. He's not real mean or anything. But again, you have to give them an instant consequence. I stop the petting. It's like, no, but biting mommy is never the right thing to do. Like, you have to withdraw your attention from your pet if they're behaving in a way that is not appropriate. And you have to do it consistently and repeatedly so that they understand, I bite mommy, she stops petting me, And, also, cats can have a breaking point for certain types of stimulation. And so you might want to just kind of look for the signs of that. If you're petting your cat and all of a sudden their ears start to go back, or if their pupils start to dilate, or if their tail is either twitching or their tail is getting kind of poofy, these are all signs that their stimulation level is gearing up. And if, there might be a breaking point to that where they're going to bite or scratch or something. So, just try to pay attention to them. Also realize if your cat is like attacking you all the time, they might not be getting enough exercise or mental stimulation. I'm going to give you a couple of links in the description box for cat toys, and specifically interactive cat toys. I'll also give you a link to get a cat scratching post. Cats need stuff to do, especially if it's a younger cat. They need stuff to do. They need stuff to burn up their energy, and if you don't want to sit around playing with your cat all the time, or if you don't want them attacking you, just make sure that they have enough to do. And I'm sure you've heard the expression, a tired dog is a good dog. It's the same thing with a cat. A tired cat is a good cat, especially a kitten. You've got to give them an outlet for all their energy. Another type of aggression is medical-related aggression. One of the first things that you should consider if your cat becomes aggressive, especially if they usually aren't aggressive and all of a sudden they're becoming aggressive, first consider, are they having some sort of medical issue? Is the cat in pain? Okay, because if an animal or a person, if you're in pain, you're going to get aggressive. Anybody's coming near you, they're trying to pick you up, they're trying to pet you, if the kids are coming around them. So always make sure that you take that seriously if your cat is suddenly becoming aggressive when they usually aren't. Also, anytime there are any kind of significant behavioral changes with a cat or a dog, always pay attention to that. You know, if your pet suddenly stops eating, if they stop, you know, or if they start eating excessively, if they're sleeping more or they can't sleep, if their potty habits change, you know, just call your vet right away, because, you know, animals, specifically cats, will naturally go out of their way to hide illness. You know, cats are prey in the wild. And so it's kind of like a primal instinct of theirs to hide illness. They don't want to be seen as weak or vulnerable, you know. So the point I'm trying to make is, if your pet is having a medical issue, it could very well be kind of advanced before you see these signs. Okay, so if you're seeing the signs, it is time to call the vet and take it seriously. Okay. Why is my cat being aggressive? You know, we have kind of discussed, you know, some of the reasons for cat aggression, you know, in this video already. But realize that you can pinpoint the common triggers. You know, it's up to you to pay attention when the cat is becoming aggressive. You've learned about some of these reasons. I'm going to ask you to go ahead and watch those videos about things that can stress out your cat, things about cat anxiety. You know, just educate yourself about cats in general. And then, you know, if you take the time, you can pinpoint, you can figure out, you know, why your cat is becoming aggressive. I'm also going to give you a link in the description box for an ebook called The Cat Language Bible. I'm also going to give you my link for my full review of that. I think it's a really fantastic resource for cat lovers, and it basically teaches you about how to understand your cat, like cat body language. It will help you a lot, especially if you have a cat that's misbehaving, or if they're being aggressive, or if they're scared all the time, if they're always under the bed, like, you know, whatever it is. It is a really good ebook. It comes with a money-back guarantee. I think it's $37. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's the price, and it's instantly downloadable. And I just think that it's a fantastic resource for cat owners to just kind of have a better understanding of their cat and their cat's behavior. And if you're struggling with an aggressive cat, that could probably help you quite a bit. Now, if cats are aggressive towards other cats, the first time I had experience with this, I had two cats. They were brother and sister, but from two different litters. And they were only, I don't know, maybe 4 years apart or something. Anyway, one was a male, one was a female. They loved each other, snuggle, play, loved each other. Never had a problem, right? One day I'm in the kitchen, and I was cutting up chicken, and the two of them were on the floor, you know, like walking around the kitchen. So I took a piece of the chicken and I threw it on the floor for them. And oh my God, all hell broke loose. I couldn't believe it. It was the most ferocious, ripping, tearing, growling, snarling fight. I was like, are you kidding me? I just couldn't believe it, you know? So it's like, you know, obviously they're fighting over a piece of chicken. It was stupid of me to just throw the piece of chicken down. I should have given them each their own piece, but they had never been aggressive before. I'd never seen them fight before. And so that was just like my first, you know, shocking experience with cats in my home being aggressive with each other. But I'm going to give you a couple resources. Post with a video, how to stop cats from fighting and how to break up a cat fight. They're both a post, and they have a video, and I'll give you the links. The one on how to stop cats from fighting, it will give you some of the reasons why cats will fight and how you can prevent cats from fighting. And then the other one is specifically how to break up a cat fight safely, again, so that you don't get your face ripped off. Breaking up a cat fight can be very dangerous, okay? So go ahead and watch that video. Again, if your cat is being aggressive, you might want to just watch these videos that you can kind of say, okay, you know, how am I going to deal with this cat, right? If your cat is aggressive towards dogs, you know, maybe this is in your own home, like, you know, maybe you just got a dog, or maybe your cat just doesn't like the dog, or, you know, for any reason, if your cat is aggressive with dogs, I'm going to give you a a link to a free tutorial from professional dog trainer Doggy Dan, and it's called How to Safely Socialize Your Dog with Other Household Pets. And in that tutorial, he gives you really good tips on basically how to get your household pets to get along. Okay, so that might be helpful, and it is 100% free tutorial. He has a lot of free tutorials. I really like Doggy Dan. Cat aggression treatment, you know, what do you do about it? First of all, never punish your cat for being aggressive. It'll only make it worse. And like I've said before, you know, I just can't say it enough. It's not the cat's fault. The cat is not being a jerk. The cat is not mean. No matter what you think, it is most likely that the cat is having an issue that they need your help with. Okay, so don't punish your cat. Don't go after them. Never hit your cat. Don't yell at your cat. It's, you know, especially if their aggression is stemming from fear or anxiety or territorial, you're just going to make it worse by doing that. So just please try to understand that if your cat is being aggressive, there is something that is not pleasant for them. And it's our job as pet owners to figure that out, okay? So here are some tips for dealing with cat aggression. Create a calm environment. I don't think people realize how sensitive cats are, how many things that can upset a cat. And again, I'm going to ask you to watch that video about 10 things that stress your cat out. You may not even realize that there are things in your house that are just really upsetting your cat, you know, and everybody has a breaking point, you know, people, animals. So just try to create a calm environment and just be aware of things that might be upsetting your cat or might be unpleasant for your cat or scaring your cat or stressing your cat out. Always provide places for your cat to escape when they feel afraid, stressed out, agitated, or overwhelmed. This is particularly important if you have small children, if you have other pets in the house, if you have visitors often, if you ever let anybody bring their dog to your house. Always make sure that your cat has some place to escape. And that can be as simple as a cat tree, okay, that they can jump up on. They can get up and away from kids, for example. Never leave a cat in a position where they can't get away. It's like the worst thing for a cat. Always give your cat positive encouragement. You know, don't just pay attention to when they're being bad. Also pay attention to when they're being good. You know, when they're being kind, when they're being, you know, unaggressive, when they're being lovey, when they're sitting on your lap. You know, make sure that you're just giving them positive encouragement for the good behavior and also just a positive experience in their home so that they don't feel threatened or scared, right? And if you feel like your cat's aggression is severe, you can consult a cat behaviorist. Your veterinarian might be able to make a recommendation. I'm also going to give you a link for an article called How to Find a Cat Behaviorist Near You. So if you feel like your cat is just like out of control, it probably would really benefit you to go ahead and consult a cat behaviorist and see if you can get some help, right? Okay, we're almost done. Look at this angry little cat. I love that picture. It cracks me up so much. How to handle an aggressive cat safely. According to, again, Jackson Galaxy, these are the warning signs of cat aggression and how to handle it. You know, one of the ways to deal with an aggressive cat is to realize when they're about to get aggressive, right? Some of the cat aggression symptoms are dilated pupils, like their eyes look black because their pupils are really big. If their ears are flattened back, if their tail is twitching, if their whiskers are like flattening against their face, these are signs that something bad is about to happen. Okay, most cats won't just poof, all of a sudden go into attack mode. They'll show signs of it. They will warn. They may even growl. They may even hiss, okay? The trick is to stop whatever's going on. You know, just if your cat's got their ears flat back and their, you know, their eyes are dilated and, you know, whatever, if they've got their back standing up, their tail's in a big poof, stop whatever is happening. You know, don't let it escalate, and don't make the cat feel like they're going to have to take it to the next level. Okay, just stop whatever is happening. You know, give them an escape route, let them get away from the situation, you know, take a look at what's happening and don't make things worse. I'm also going to give you a link for my article with a video called Why Do Cats Hiss? And that one talks about why do they hiss in general, why do they hiss at people, why do they hiss at other cats, and that will probably give you a lot of help as well. Again, why is my cat behaving this way? Why are they angry? Why are they hissing? Why are they biting, scratching? Why are they being aggressive? So I know it's a lot, you know, a lot of videos to watch and a lot of posts to read, but I'm going to give you the links to all of them because I think that if you'll do this research and get this information, I think that you will be able to figure out what is happening with your cat. And both you and your cat are going to be able to have a much more peaceful life, because remember, your cat they aren't just pissed off. There's a problem. There's something happening that is not pleasant for them. Okay, so just please do the work and you know, do the reading, watch the videos like you're doing right now, and get to the bottom of it so that you can solve this thing, especially before you end up having to get rid of the cat, right? You know, don't let it go to that. Let's see. I'm talking about a tip regarding violent cat aggression. This is just one trick that I learned, and I put it in my video about how to break up a cat fight. If you have two cats fighting, or even the cat is attacking the dog or whatever, if you've got full combat, you know, going on, hissing, growling, you know, cat fight, one of the things you can do is you get an umbrella, you open the umbrella, and you scoop one of the cats out. Or if your cat is attacking your dog, you get the umbrella and you scoop the cat out. Now, when you do that, first of all, don't ever put your hands in a fight. You know, don't ever try to pick up the cat. Do you know what I mean? They're in full fight mode. And even if they love you more than anything, when an animal is in that mode, they can't help themselves. There's adrenaline pumping. You know, they really can't control themselves. So don't ever try to reach down and grab the cat or anything. But having an umbrella around might be the right thing. And again, you're not going to hit the cat with an umbrella, nothing like that. You just open the umbrella and you use it to scoop the cat away. And generally, whoever is not the aggressor in that situation, you're giving them a chance to get away. Okay, if you have an aggressive cat and they're attacking an innocent cat and you scoop the aggressive cat out, that innocent cat has a chance to get away, or the dog, or whatever is happening. So I just thought that was a really good tip. So I just wanted to give it to you. If you got somebody, you know, these cats are like really fighting or whatever, that's just a good way to separate it without getting hurt. In the article, I say I can't express enough how important it is to protect yourself when you are dealing with an aggressive cat. Cat scratches and bites can be serious. If you've ever had a frightened cat leap from your chest, leaving bloody slashes across your skin, you know what I mean. This has happened to me. You're holding the cat gets scared, they leap out of your arms, and you've got blood. You know, and again, they can't help it. Their claws are strong, or you know, their claws are sharp. Their teeth are very sharp, and you can actually become seriously injured. Also, I don't know if you're familiar with cat scratch disease. It's also known as cat scratch fever. I'm going to give you a link to my video about that, what it is, what to do about it. And it can be pretty serious. You know, if you have a cat scratch, it can become infected and it can become a pretty serious thing, okay, especially if you were somebody with a compromised immune system, you know, whether you're a diabetic or if you have some sort of illness, if you're elderly, do you know what I mean? It can be kind of serious. So since you're here trying to figure out what to do about an aggressive cat, I'm also going to ask you to watch that video so that you know what to do. The first thing you should do if you're scratched by a cat is to wash the scratch immediately with soap and water and put some antibiotic cream on it. That's the first thing you should do. But again, if you're dealing with an aggressive cat, please go ahead and watch that video so that you are educated on what to do if you or any of your family members are scratched by the cat. Lastly, don't give up on your cat. Solving cat aggression can be time-consuming. It may take time and patience and compassion, but if you'll follow the tips I've given you in this video, and if you'll read the other posts and watch the other videos that I'm giving you, you are going to be able to understand why it's happening, and you will be able to stop it, and it's going to benefit you, and it's going to benefit your cat. Also, I'm going to give you a link in the description box for an article from the ASPCA called Common Cat Behavior Issues Aggression. They give really good information in that post as well about dealing with cat aggression. Lastly, I'm going to give you a link in the description box for an ebook called The Complete Cat Training Guide. It is created by the folks at kingdomofpets.com. It's a really good ebook. It's $37. It comes with a money-back guarantee. It's instantly downloadable. You can keep it forever. And in that book, they cover 25 very common real cat behavior issues, and it's like step-by-step instructions. So again, if you're having trouble with maybe your cat's behavior in general, or if you're having other cat behavioral issues besides the aggression, it would be a really nice resource for you to have, and check it out. And I will also give you a link for my review of that product. I do recommend it. Lastly, before you go, if you've not been here before, you might not know that I donate to animal charities. I get a small commission on some of the products and services that I recommend on my website and also on this YouTube channel. Not all of them, but some of them. And I donate 10% of my earnings to animal charities. And if you go to the homepage of my website, peoplelovinganimals.com, you will see a list of the animal charities that I donate to. So again, thanks so much for watching the video. I hope that this has helped. I know I've given you a ton of homework, but I'm really glad that you're on YouTube and you're trying to find out what to do about this instead of just being mean to your cat or putting your cat out or getting rid of your cat. I give you a lot of credit for just taking the time and checking into this and how you can get it solved. And I'm so happy for your cat that you're taking the time to solve this for them. Okay, so again, if you found today's video to be helpful, please go ahead and give it a like. Please go ahead and subscribe if you're not already. And I'm going to ask you to please share my YouTube channel with your friends and family who have a dog or a cat, especially if they are having a problem with their pet. I've got, I think, almost 600 videos now on this YouTube channel, and chances are I probably have a video to help them with whatever issue they're having. So please go ahead and share the website and also the YouTube channel. I would appreciate it so much. Again, thank you so much for watching. My name is Deborah, and my website is peoplelovinganimals.com. Thanks again. Bye-bye.